You don't need a $1,000 rifle to defend your home, protect your land, or enjoy your time at the range. In fact, some of the best performing rifles for seniors in 2025 are hiding in plain sight. Often overlooked, often underappreciated, and almost always under 200 bucks. Today, I'm revealing 7 long-forgotten rifles that are making a quiet comeback among senior shooters. Whether it's due to their low recoil, rock-solid reliability, or just how darn easy they are to shoot and maintain, these rifles prove you don't need deep pockets to pack serious performance. And trust me, number 1 on this list, it shocked even me. So let's break this down, because your money deserves more firepower than ever before. Number 7, Mosen Nagan M44 carbine. Once a battlefield workhorse of the Soviet Army, the Mosen Nagan M44 has found new life as a rugged budget rifle. Chambered in the potent 7.62 by 54R, it's no lightweight on power. But its simple bolt-action design makes it reliable for decades. Even used models can still be found at gun shows and online auctions under $200, especially those with worn stocks or mismatched parts. Why it works for seniors? It's simple. This bolt-action design means fewer parts to break, fewer things to fiddle with, and more time just shooting. That short 20-inch barrel makes it surprisingly easy to maneuver, whether you're clearing brush or shouldering up at the range. And yes, the built-in bayonet might not serve much practical purpose today, but it's guaranteed to spark a story or two every time someone sees it. Now let's talk pros. This rifle still pops up at gun shows and surplus racks for under 200 bucks, which is wild considering the kind of power you're getting. That 7.62 by 54R round hits hard, real hard, and the classic steel and wood construction feels like it could survive the apocalypse. But there are trade-offs. The recoil, it's stout. You're gonna want a slip-on pad unless your shoulder's still in fighting shape. The iron sights aren't doing aging eyes any favors, or especially in low light. And that ammo, it's not getting any cheaper. Still, if you want something with Cold War grit, battlefield history, and enough power to put meat on the table, or just impress the grandkids, the M44's got it, and it's got it at a price you almost can't believe. Number 6, Marlin Model 60 22 long rifle. A rimfire classic that never seems to die. The Marlin 60 has been around for over 60 years, and for good reason. It's lightweight, semi-automatic, and accurate right out of the box. With a tubular magazine holding up to 14 rounds of 22 long rifle, this rifle is perfect for range time, pest control, or simply staying sharp. Why it works for seniors? You're looking at some of the softest recoil you'll ever feel. This thing barely nudges. The manual of arms is about as simple as it gets, making it ideal for shooters who don't want to wrestle with complicated mechanics. Pair that with an excellent trigger and a lightweight frame, and you've got a rifle that just feels right in the hands, even after a long afternoon at the range. Now for the pros, this rifle is whisper quiet and easy on the ears, perfect for backyard plinking or long sessions without fatigue. You'll find used models all over the place for under $200, and maintaining it is practically foolproof. Clean it, oil it, and it just keeps running. But it's not without quirks. Loading that tube magazine takes a bit of practice. It's not as fast as swapping a mag. For self-defense, it's not the ideal choice, and some older models might need a spring or two swapped out before they're running smooth. For target shooting or small game control, the Marlin 60 remains unbeatable for under $2,000. Number 5, SKS Rifle. Norinco or Yugo used. Before the AK took over the spotlight, the SKS was the standard for decades. And while prices have crept up over the years, you can still find beat-up Norinco or Yugoslavian models for just under $200 if you're patient. Chambered in 7.62 by 39, it's the same caliber as the AK, but with a milled receiver and better accuracy potential out of the box. Why it works for seniors? The recoil is softer than what you'd get from something like a Mosen, making it easier on the shoulder without giving up performance. It's got that classic wooden steel feel that just settles naturally into the hands. And with its fixed 10-round magazine, there's no fumbling around with detachable mags. Just load it up with stripper clips and go. Now, what makes it shine? This rifle has a reputation for running in dirt, mud, and just about anything else you can throw at it. It's a semi-auto that just works shot after shot, and it balances well enough that even aging shoulders won't feel overworked. For a gun that's been around the block, it still handles like a champ. But it's not perfect. It's heavier than modern carbines, which you'll feel after a long day. Loading with stripper clips isn't the most intuitive if you've never done it before, and these rifles are getting harder to find, especially at a good price. Still, if you want a rifle with old-world reliability, manageable recoil, and just the right amount of grit, the SKS deserves a second look. For those who want old-school reliability with modern ammo choices, the SKS is hard to beat. Number 4. Savage Stevens Model 87 A22 LR. A true sleeper pick, the Stevens 87A is often found in dusty corners of pawn shops. But this rifle's simple design and unique gill gun blowback action make it one of the most satisfying rifles to shoot quietly. It runs 22 short, long, and long rifle cartridges, making it extremely versatile. Why it works for seniors? The recoil is soft no matter what ammo you're running, shorts, longs, or long rifle. It all shoots easy. The lightweight wood stock makes it comfortable to carry and aim, and its natural ergonomics give it a familiar feel, like it was built to rest right in your hands. Now let's talk what it does well. The sights are adjustable, which means you can dial it in just how you like it. And because it handles 22 shorts, you can shoot quietly in the backyard without bothering the neighbors. The semi-auto action is smooth, reliable, and satisfying with every pull of the trigger, but there are some quirks. These rifles are old and some of them might need a little love before they're range ready. It's not something you'd rely on for defense, and getting replacement parts can be a bit of a hunt. For plinking or teaching grandkids to shoot, the Stevens 87A offers old-school fun on a retirement budget. Number 3. Rossi RS22 LR. If you're looking for a new rifle under $200, the Rossi RS22 is one of the few modern semi-autos that fits the bill. It comes with a synthetic stock, 10-round magazine, and surprisingly accurate micro-groove barrel. Built by the same folks behind many of Taurus' long guns, this little rifle punches well above its price point. Why it works for seniors? It's incredibly lightweight, which means no fatigue even after a full day at the range. The bolt glides smoothly, and the safety is easy to engage. No stiff switches or awkward controls. For anyone dealing with arthritis or reduced hand strength, this rifle is easy to run and even easier to enjoy. Now, where it really shines is in value. Out of the box, it's under $150 brand new, which is almost unheard of these days. It comes ready for a scope with a built-in dovetail mount, and the trigger is surprisingly crisp for a rifle in this price range. It's got that clean break you usually only get from rifles twice the cost. That said, it's not without its flaws. The polymer build doesn't have that classic feel. Some folks think it feels a bit cheap. It's not as rugged as an old-school wood-stocked rifle, and the magazine release can be a little finicky if you're not used to it. But for seniors wanting something light, accurate, and low hassle without spending a fortune, the RS22 checks a lot of boxes, and then some. For a modern budget rifle with easy handling and light recoil, the RS22 is a win. Number 2. Glenfield Model 25 22 long rifle bolt action. Made by Marlin and branded for department store sales, the Glenfield 25 is one of the best bolt-action 22s you'll find under $200. It uses detachable box magazines and is often overlooked at gun shows. The bolt is smooth, the action is clean, and accuracy is on par with rifles, 3 times the price. Why it works for seniors? It's a bolt-action rifle that keeps things simple. No need to rush, no complex mechanics to figure out. The recoil is barely there, so you can shoot all day without paying for it later. And the safety and controls are straightforward, with nothing extra to complicate the experience. Where this rifle really earns its keep is in the accuracy. That smooth bolt and clean break on the trigger make tight groups almost effortless, even at distance. The adjustable rear sights are a nice touch, and it's already drilled and tapped to take modern scope rings if you want to upgrade your sight picture. The woodstock feels solid in the hands and the overall balance just works. Now, it does come with a few caveats. Finding spare magazines can take a bit of digging, especially if you want extras. Some used rifles show their age with scratches or wear, and it's a touch heavier than newer plastic frame rifles. But for a no-fuss, reliable bolt gun with timeless appeal and all the basics done right, the Glenfield Model 25 is a classic that still delivers where it counts. Number 1. High Point 995 TS Carbine used. Yes, you heard that right. High Point. This pistol caliber carbine may have been the butt of jokes for years, but senior shooters across the country are starting to appreciate its rugged simplicity. Chambered in 9mm, the 995 TS offers low recoil, good accuracy, and a surprising number of features for the price. While brand new models hover around $250, used examples often go for under $200, especially at pawn shops or local gun boards. Why it works for seniors? Recoil is practically non-existent thanks to the 9mm chambering and built-in buffer system. It's one of the softest shooting carbines out there. The charging handle is oversized and smooth, perfect for arthritic hands or anyone who's tired of fighting stiff actions. And with a top rail ready for red dots or optics, you don't need sharp vision to stay accurate. Where it really surprises people is in its reliability. It may not win any beauty contests, but this carbine eats through 9mm ammo without a hiccup. It's simple, durable, and has just enough rail space to let you customize it to your needs. Plus, even if you pick it up used, High Point's lifetime warranty still has your back. And yes, that even covers second-hand owners. Of course, there are trade-offs. It's not the prettiest thing on the rack, and the single-stack mags limit your capacity a bit. The plastic furniture feels a little clunky, and it's definitely not a lightweight rifle. But for the price, and especially for senior shooters who want something easy to handle, inexpensive to feed, and dead simple to run, the 995 TS is one of the most underrated defensive rifles you can buy today. If you found this list helpful, let me know which of these rifles surprised you most in the comments. And if you're a senior shooter already using one of these, share your experience, because your feedback might help someone make a smart decision on a tight budget.